Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Some murdered soul suspect. Picking up where we left off, we have discovered a clue. Whereas the way that he was trying to kill, what was her name? Whatever her name was. Anyway, the chick that we saved from the mental asylum. It had the same thing in the flyer for the gala at the museum, which is where we're headed. Now, hopefully, see, and then like I was going to let's see. SOC is commonly believed to stand for Salem Oil Company. However, no such company exists. The initials actually stand for Sons of Charlie, the legal name of this service station, established by three brothers, Chuck, Sean, and Seamus, in 1928 when automobiles started to become common. The business nearly did not survive the Great Depression, but managed to keep itself alive as a front for illegal alcohol sales during Prohibition. So yeah, like I was going to look up collectibles, like a good collectibles guide that would show everything that's just like in Salem. But because we've been collecting so much, I would have to go through each and every one of these, which in some cases, there's still quite a bit left, and see which ones we didn't have. And some of them, odds are, we're going to be in, well, one, the museum, and two, whatever the last place we're going to is. I mean, this says, oh, Witch Trials history. So, we're just going to continue on for today, and maybe at the beginning of next part. Oh, that's from when we did the investigation here. I didn't realize that those things would still be there. But yeah, we're just going to continue on for now. We'll do some exploring as we advance, and then maybe now. Here's the thing, though, right? If I'm remembering it correctly, because more of this game is coming back to me. Well, hang on, I'll do this first. It's strange to be with a man who wears his life story on his skin. I traced my fingers over a dollar sign with fire around it. I had no idea what it meant. He told me he got it from his own father after he stole money for the first time, commemorating the theft like his father was proud of him. Having him admit to a crime like that was a bit of a shock, I'll admit, but at least he's self-aware. But yeah, from what I remember, after the museum, there is like a whole thing. Like we'll do a thing at the museum, and then there's like a whole like go till the end of the game, and unfortunately, even though it's like a go type of thing, that's also the best time to find all of the collectibles because you've been to pretty much every area of the game.
Judgment rains down on the
unaware. So more or less the only things that you should have left is the stuff that you're missing out here. But as I said, it's kind of weird to do it there, but this fountain is dedicated to the hope that this quiet town of Salem will be known for peace and reverie. Well, I mean, it's not really what it's known for, but whatever.
Are we the Potter, or are we the
puppet? I don't know what that means. I've heard it used on various TV shows, but it's not giving me like a very like a super clear on what exactly its meaning is.
Fitting for an investigation about a serial killer. All these murders have whipped this town into a frenzy. Now it all leads here to a gala celebrating a time when Salem found itself swept up in another whirlwind of hysteria.
is fucking ghost shit all over the place in
I'm
here.
so sorry. Tomorrow tickets will go on sale to the general public.
I couldn't get out. The fire was merciless.
Gather round and bear witness to the righteous proceedings of a trial of a most heinous nature. Now you, good woman Putnam, you stand accused of the murder of 7 of your own children, whom you claim were taken by forces of the
This
devil.
freak show better give me some answers.
I did not do it. My devil spawn of a child is my own accuser.
You know, I want to say that, yeah, I mean, that's not really a
Did you
good
see all
clue.
those police lights?
Or a good defense. It's like, oh, but my devil spawn of a child. So you're admitting that your child is the devil spawn. It's like, God damn, this place is fucking... I think we can go, yeah, around them. But yeah, this place is fucking loaded with shit. Like, damn. Went to the history museum with Ronan again. He's not much of a history buff, but he knows I am, and he's so sweet to come with me. Ominous as it may be, I love that this little town has so much gravitas to it, that people have lived here for centuries. That helps me feel rooted to this place. Oh. Alright, let's see what story we're getting this time. Terror on the tracks. Well, are we gonna get like the old western with the guy with the curly mustache tying someone to the tracks? Being a dishonest baker was one of the many offenses liable to result in the public shaming and torture of the stocks. A dishonest baker? Like, you're charging more, you're like telling them that the day old bread is fresh bread. Like, what exactly constitutes dishonest? Exactly, like how dishonest do you have to be put in the stocks? Should bring that back maybe. Although I guess, you know, that would be one of those things where it's like people just start accusing everybody. I mean, to be fair, witch trials, right? It's like, I don't like you, therefore I'm going to accuse you of being a witch, so you get tortured and die. Fuck you, bitch. Haha, I win. Because I accused you first. I mean, when you think about it, assuming there were witches, wouldn't, like, their best defense be to accuse people that they knew were going to accuse them? Because then, you know, they would die before they could accuse you. Let's see, what's through this door? Oh, this is where she's selling tickets.
Stay polite.
Yeah, that sounds like a worker to me. I was so nervous. My rogue ex-con boyfriend meets my cop brother. It's a situation that's bound to have sparks, right? But it's like they were birds of a feather. I've never seen two men understand each other so naturally. I think this is going to work out fine. I mean, that tracks. I mean, it sounds weird to say this, but I mean, they run in similar circles. I mean, both of their things are all about crimes. Now, granted, Ronin's was more about doing the crimes, and Rex's was about stopping the crimes or solving them, but,
I
you know.
remember a bright flash, and then nothing.
Alright, let's see what's in this room, which is the other side of this fucking wall. During the European witch hunts, Germany executed between 50,000 and 80,000 people accused of being witches, of whom roughly 80% were women. Well, of course, they were tempted by the devil, right? Women are the ones who would give in to temptation. No man would give in to temptation. I mean... persecution of witches was not common in Europe between the fall of Roman Protestant Reformation. Numerous laws explicitly forbade condemning people as witches or burning people for witchcraft. This stemmed from the notion that the very belief in witchcraft was superstitious. I mean, yeah, I mean, your belief in anything can be that isn't like scientifically proven, I guess, factually proven. I don't know whether could technically be considered superstitious. Once the mighty iron trains charged forth on rails housed in this building, now this place has been transformed into a monument to our town's past, carrying history forward on the rails of our memories. Ah, so this was a train station that they converted to a museum. A lot of
What made us derail that day? I always wonder.
I feel like a lot of museums that you see in media were converted from something else. I don't know if it's like that in real life. I mean, I know one museum where it was a grain. I don't want to say silo because it wasn't the silo, but it was, I don't know, something to do with grain farming, whatever, that they converted to a museum. So it was like really tall. Can we go in the train? Well, we can go through the train. It's weird that we can't see the inside of it. Those convicted of gossiping sometimes paid their penance via the dunking stool. Really? Don't you dare gossip, or we're gonna almost drown you repeatedly. That's always good. Oh god, this place sucks. Like all these fucking just broken down walls that stop us from going anywhere, man. Like I understand some of it is necessary so that, you know, they can like guide you through specific places, but I mean,
So it wasn't just witchcraft that would get you in here. It was all kinds of...
I mean, burned to death, yes. Sophia Rose. Numbness, painless while torture. Rose or Sophia? I can't remember which one of them was burned now. Oh fuck, who was... Oh fuck. Which was the one that was burned? Was it Rose or... I'm gonna go with Rose. I think that's right, but yeah. It's a weird thing to go, yeah, about. I remembered who got, you know, murdered.
Harsh.
Okay, let's see what else is around first, because that should be part of like the actual investigation. The first person hanged at Gallows Hill was Bridget Bishop, who claimed that I am as innocent as the child unborn when presented with the charge of witchcraft. That seems like something you would say if you yourself were pregnant, which... What's that? That was the way that pirates, that like women pirates got out of being executed, right? Because they would just say, "Ha, I'm pregnant," and then like they couldn't execute them because that would technically be murdering the child. And it's like, all right, well, and then, you know, they just, as far as I'm aware, just wait for them to give birth and then kill them after. I mean, assuming they didn't die during childbirth, which, you know, could easily happen. I mean, yeah, that's how
The time is upon us, Abigail Williams.
No.
You scourge of Salem. It is time to pay for your sin.
That ghost girl from the alley is Abigail Williams, and the gallows was actually used to execute. This gallows was actually used to execute her centuries ago. What was the other thing that was in there? Oh, Rose was burned to death at a stake, just like this. Yeah, we knew that. Anything with this? Replica of court records from the actual Salem witch trials. Okay, so is it like a replica with just like random shit on it, or is it like... Or is it like, actual names in that of people who were executed. Shame, yeah.
I know it's not.
Must have been a pretty effective way to publicly shame people. Well, yeah, I mean, you're in that
Things in
weird
here.
position. Whether or not they actually allowed people to, like,
Awful.
Being locked up in one
throw
of these
tomatoes and
things all
rocks
day.
in you and shit, I don't know, but
Discomfort.
I don't know why I went tomatoes. Owned by Judge Hawthorne, one of the most influential judges during the witch trials, this historic mansion also served as courtroom for many of the trials and sentencing hearings during the hysteria that blanketed Salem in 1692. Judgment House. That might be like the last location we go to. One of Salem's historic sites, a mansion owned by a judge where accused witches were tried as part of the Salem witch trials in 1692. I feel like there should have been... I don't know. No, maybe not. What is it?
So it wasn't really a form of execution.
Right.
But someone still got killed by this.
Well, yeah.
So, what's the point of this?
They were trying to get
Rope,
people to
crack,
talk.
stain.
They talk.
I mean,
How
blood.
could they talk with those heavy stones?
Confess, witch. Confess. Or covenant. A demonic contract with the dark forces.
Yeah, actually, I remember that one now. Back in Puritan times, they tortured people to coerce confessions that their actions were guided by a demonic contract. Yeah, just put stones on them, and then, you know, when they couldn't possibly speak, be like, well, since you won't admit it, I guess we'll just kill you. The dunking chair. Well, I mean, water, drown, and since Rose was the last one, this one would be Sophia. Also, I don't think Sophia was a sister anymore. What the hell was her sister's name then? Something like this was used to kill Sophia. Oh. Itchy
The
ankles.
Bell killer used torture devices like this to kill his victims. Why kill them like witches?
I'm surprised there's no exhibit for the accusers. It's such an important part of Salem's history.
Actually, several artifacts aren't on display yet. We're currently preparing them upstairs in the restoration room.
I better see what else is in here.
There are more artifacts upstairs in the restoration room that might relate to the Bell Killer case. And the killer used Puritan-era style witch trial punishment devices on his victims. But yeah, I mean, he's killing them that way because they're witches. Haha. I mean, why do you think he's after Joy, who's, you know, a medium? Right, I do believe also that that will straight up kill you. And is annoying as fuck. I think once we... I don't remember exactly, but I think that this will stop once we've progressed a little bit. But yeah, until then we just basically have to keep teleporting around it. It's super fucking annoying. And very weird that the ghost train can kill the ghost. Where the fuck are we going? And also very annoying that the ghost train can apparently go through the walls when I cannot. I mean, I really don't know where I mean, I must be missing somewhere that I can teleport to. Is there somewhere that the train's coming from? Yeah, I guess. It seems to be awfully far away, though. That looks good. Oh, God. So annoying. Oh, there we go. Alright. The Salem witch trials ended in 1693. However, witch trials continued with legal sanction in Europe as late as 1750. Yeah, I mean, everybody's like, oh, the Salem witch trials, the Salem witch trials. They were nowhere near the highest death toll, you know, quote unquote witches. Like, it's not, like, I don't even think it's close. See, now I don't know if that part can take you out. The, like the little top bit that comes through, but I'm not gonna fucking risk it. Okay, we should be... Good lord, it's so fucking loud there for a second. We should be good with it now. Like I said, I think when we go back, it won't be moving anymore for some reason. I don't think it would make sense, but I do believe that is the case. I mean, there's gotta be demons that show up here, right? Like, there's no way. Like, they gotta show up here at some point. With this many things around, like, there's absolutely no way we're not fighting here. Wow, just like, really? That close together? Why not just make it require less and put one? Like, come on. Alright, well, I guess maybe the demons show up when we come back. Oh, hello. Because, I mean, yeah, that's... I mean, obviously we're clear of it now, but...
Joy? I told you to look after Iris.
That was her name.
Boss of me.
I found a bunch of stuff downstairs. The Bell Killer is offing his victims as if they're witches. I'm heading upstairs to see what else I can find. I should have told you to follow me, and then maybe you would have stayed at the church.
You know me so well.
There is a message for you.
Oh, getting some thunder going here. Which is cool. I like thunder. I like it when it rains. It smells nice and everything. Alright. The restoration room.
Just keep an eye out for security cameras and alarms.
Thanks for the tip, but this isn't even my first break-in today.
True, but you know.
Yeah, this looks like the right place. Now let's see what these artifacts can tell me about the witch trials.
Alright. I like how I already have find an answer. As if that's like fucking possible at this point. Okay, so this must be where we came from, right? Yeah, I think so. I want to say, yeah, there it
justice or merely of judgment?
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, that's really all it is judgment. I mean, it's... Well, I guess it's not always impossible to tell whether or not it's justice. But, you know, it's a lot harder than people... it's a lot less cut and dry than it's like, yeah, guilty, justice. Or not guilty, justice. Because, I mean, sometimes innocent people go to jail and sometimes guilty people don't. I mean...
This place... It puts me in touch with odd sensations, centuries old. I'm trying to focus on this killer, but the echoes from these sensations keep interfering, like deaths from the past, pleading to be remembered.
Joy's mother feels spirits from Salem's history are linked to the items kept in the museum. Yeah, we can see a fuck ton of them. I mean, some are more there than others, but there's still a significant amount. Only one more of those already. Dedicated to the nameless citizen whose generosity made the care of our town's heritage possible, we delicately restore the past to make a better future. Like, did they really do it anonymously? Like, is this building a real museum in Salem? Like, I honestly don't know. The Malleus Maleficarum, or Hammer of the Witches, published in 1487, argued for the existence of witches, the nature and genesis of their powers, and how best to prosecute them. See, shit like that, when I see it, it's like... Is that is that really what they were doing? Or were they just writing a book and people took it too far? Alright. Well, that was fast.
My husband and I stepped off the platform and onto the giant hissing locomotive. I remember looking back at our small town and thinking of all the happy memories we made there. But I was excited to start our new life in Salem. I must have dozed off because I was startled awake by the sound of screeching metal. And as the train came to a halt, all I could hear was the torrential rain pelting against the roof. I looked out the window. There was only darkness. Then came the brightest flash of lightning I had ever seen. When my husband left to inquire about the delay, a woman in the back of the train started screaming. We rushed over to her and asked her what was wrong. But all she could manage to say through her sobs was something about seeing the spirits of the dead wandering in the rain. Stranger still were the passengers that were suddenly stricken with the painful memories of their past. It was at this point that I became truly terrified, so I set out to find Joe. When I reached the cab and still hadn't found him, I was worried. I looked out the front window and saw the train's conductor laboring to move a downed tree from the tracks. And there was Joe, walking up to help. However, instead of grabbing hold of the tree, Joe bent down, picked up a rock, and crushed the conductor's skull with it. When I left the train and ran up to him, I could see that this wasn't the Joe I once knew. Something had taken hold of him, something angry. Then he saw something that terrified him. He dropped the rock and ran off into the woods. However, right before he disappeared into the trees, during a bright flash of lightning, I thought I saw something chasing him, hunting him. I can only describe it as a ghostly specter, cloaked in black. But more likely than not, it was just a shadow. The authorities spent days combing the woods for Joe, but he never turned up. I tried to go back home, but the memories were too painful. Some nights I lie in bed, tortured by the thoughts of what our life could have been if we had never stepped onto that train.
Well, that was weird. I feel like we didn't really learn. I don't know. It's just kind of weird because, like, the person talking isn't somebody who died, you know? So it's kind of odd. Alright, what do we got in here? I saw that. No one understands what horrors befall the souls they steal. Little demon portals? No, not really. I mean, the only people who could understand probably aren't talking about it. William Pine's Book of Color Engravings. The costume of Great Britain shows a rotating pillory that held 4 people at once as they walked around a post, like mules at a grinding mill. Well,
excuse me, there is a message for you.
I mean, cheap labor, I guess. I don't know. Oh, fuck off! I don't care about that. All right, Book of Engravings. Nope, that couldn't have been what it was. The Lord's Prayer Test. It was believed that the devil would never let one of his minions say all the words to the Christian Lord's Prayer. The accused were asked to recite it in full, and some of them, though through merely forgetting some of the words, would find themselves in deep legal trouble. See, and that's the thing, right? Like, if you're possessed by the devil or whatever, you won't say it all. There's no reason that they should have to memorize it for that. Fucking give them the paper with the fucking prayer on it and have them read it word for word. I mean, like these fucking people who apparently never forgot a word that they ever heard in their life. Alright, anyway, that seemed to be everything out there. So let's see this is the right area, right? I want to find where we came in at. Start from there. Yeah, here we go. Well, I guess technically we started here after the cutscene, but let's see. Stuck in place. A large ship anchor. Great. Perfect. I don't know what this is called. Distress calls. Telegraph. An antique-looking ship's telegraph on a stand. This is called the telegraph. Isn't this like the speed? Oh no, look at that. Huh. Stand back, slack away, haul in, come on deck. Oh, would you look? Did not know that I've never seen one of those that wasn't like speed. Binnacle, an antique-looking ship's binnacle. Okay, I've never heard that word before either. Granted, it's not like I've ever been on a boat, or anything, but you know, still. Wine, eh? Getting drunk up in here. Large barrel used for making wine. Okay. Why are we suddenly getting a bunch of clues that have nothing to do with what we're investigating? I feel like that's odd, to say the least. Aren't you creepy? A painting of a witch trial judge. I've never understood the white, like, crap on their heads. I mean, I get that. I remember something about it where it's like because of like they didn't really have any kind of hair care, or at least not very good hair care. That like it was that you know their hair was kind of shit and everything, which is why they wore them. But it's like get better wigs.
kid, I need you to lift up this painting.
It's called The Hanged Witch. It's creepy. Oh.
It's the killer's symbol.
A ghostly version of the bell killer symbol is on a painting called The Hanged Witch. And Baxter hurried to hide the painting when someone approached him up here. Why hide it, and what was he doing here in the first place? It's weird that the symbol was like a ghost symbol, but not the weirdest thing in this game, so. A Civil War era cannon. Perfect. Exactly what we need. The case is almost solved with that clue. Got the anchor on the other side. There's nothing else there. Let's see. Shit on the tables. Ooh, a crystal necklace or a locket necklace. I mean, I guess this one. That's more of a witchy thing, right?
My apologies. It will always belong to you.
For shame, Bridget. This shrine of your conversations with the spirit world will surely condemn you as a witch.
Puritans considered anyone exhibiting medium-like abilities to be witches. Well, yeah, I mean, they were talking to shit they couldn't see. So there was no way for them to know whether it was a ghost or the devil. And I mean, I'm not saying that it excuses it, but you know. One of the existing witch trial related paintings previously used in the first floor exhibit. But why though? They actually have, I don't know if they have this exact, like if this is the pillory that they have down there, but I mean, but like they have one of those down there. I don't know why they need a painting of a thing that they actually have the physical object of. An antique scroll, okay. A public summons. Would they really be like, hey, come and let us try you to be a witch? Didn't they just like bust in and fucking like kidnap you basically? Judge's gavel, I wonder how old that is. I mean, it's hard to tell with something like that. Because, I mean, if it was well made and actually, like, had the proper kind of sealant and that put on it, it can last quite a while. Depending on how it was stored and that, I mean. Notebook from the late 1600s listing those accused in the witch trials. Like, all of them? I feel like that book isn't big enough. Salem Psychic History. Psychic leads police to gruesome discovery. Local child medium, Sophia Baker, finds missing man. Medium solves 20-year-old mystery. Another murder closed with psychic help. SPD responds. Rose Campbell, Salem High student, claims psychic powers. And op-ed, do psychics really exist? Man, I wonder why they've been killing them all. Sophia was a medium as well. This means that several of the girls the bell killer targeted were mediums, including Joy, who's with us right now. Ooh, look, another piece of a ship. Any direction, really. An antique-looking galleon ship's wheel. Oh, I mean, we've only got one more clue to find in here, which means generally that we need this to do this. Okay, so Puritan things were medium. Puritan mediums were witches. The bell killer targets are mediums. And then I guess, because, you know, this is like, the symbol is over top of a witch, right?
So the bell killer is targeting mediums because he thinks they're witches? That's insane.
I mean, define witch,
Who I
right?
know that's interested in mediums? Baxter.
Well, I mean, he was, where is it? Right there. He was in the museum. Bowling photo. Yeah, he's looking for the girl. Baxter hid the book. I thought it was Joy that hid the book.
And why the hell is Baxter involved in this? He dropped the case when he was demoted.
All right, found the killer's symbol. We got a suspect to look into. We're almost there.
And not one step closer to finding my mom.
Like I said, the world doesn't need another whiner.
You know what? Screw you. You don't understand.
Don't understand? My wife was murdered 3 years ago. She got to float up into the white light, and I got stuck here in this place with some bitchy teen.
Ugh.
Your mom's been missing what? 2, 3 days? Huh? And I guarantee you we'll find her. If we fail, I'll never get to see Julia again. Ever.
We won't fail.
I don't need a cheerleader.
Look, I'm sorry. I didn't know about your wife.
Yeah. Look, we need to act on the information we found. You head off to the church.
The church? Where are you going?
Baxter's our prime suspect. I need to get over to his apartment and see if I can dig up any skeletons. Probably not a good idea for a fugitive to visit a cop.
Fine, I'll meet you later.
Baxter's suspicious behavior surrounding this case points to him being a Bell killer suspect. I need to find him. But I'm assuming that before I find him... that I'm going to need to fight some demons. How many we got? 3. Oh my god, stop fucking following me, you bitch. Get out of it, fuck. Finally done? Good. So that would be another incomplete wall so that I could get to that one, but doesn't look like it. God, I hate these parts. They slow down the pacing of this game so much, it's ridiculous. These were not a good idea, to say the least. Okay, and now we can just wait for this one to come this way, and then when he turns around, we can get him. Yeah, now turn around and go back. Go this way then if we can. Man, no more hidey holes that way though, eh? That's weird. But whatever, I'm sure it's fine. Yeah, I really don't know why they bothered with any kind of a combat in this game, but whatever. Okay, now like I said, I'm pretty sure the train is gone now. I mean, yeah, it stopped.
I just got a text. Did you hear something else happen just now? Something bad.
Someone told me about a murder.
No, like this just happened. Police are all freaking out.
What happened?
I don't know. Sounds serious, though.
Great, thanks for the info. This door... Nope. This door should be the one.
You hear what that guy just said? Something horrible just happened at
St. Benedict's, right, at the church.
Why the hurry, boys? Where you headed? Oh, no, no.
Alright, so obviously they're going to the church, which is where we just sent Joy. But we got a few more minutes before we hit an hour. So let's see if we can find some of the collectibles that we were missing. Oh, this looks... Yeah. Oh. Come on. Ronan and I talked about this sleepy little town and whether we both wanted to stay. I kind of thought he'd say we should move to Boston someday or even New York, but he's happy here. There's something about knowing every street corner, every brick in a place. I was relieved. I think we'll be in Salem until we die. Yup. That's exactly what happened. Alright, so we need to see... I need to find... Hang on. Ugh. Murdered, soul, suspect, collectibles. Sure, I'll check on map. 242 collectibles. Yeah, I guess there is a lot of it, isn't there? Okay. So apartments and church. And this is just a list of everything that's there. Alright, well that doesn't fucking help. Oh, this looks like it's an actual collectibles map. It's in Russian, but you know, that should be fine. It's the apartment church bonus. Okay. Well, this isn't super useful because it doesn't tell me which one I'm missing. Let's see if this website is still up. Yeah. Nope, it is not. Not a surprise. Oh my god, computer, stop being slow. Map of killings. Relinked and cleaned up a bit. Okay, so this seems to be telling me... Okay. Let's see. Okay, so we got all the ghost abilities. So my life, let's see. Mary and Julia we have. We're actually missing, it looks like, the second one. Back to the picture at the beach, the end of forever beatdowns. Okay. Man, I hope I can get back in there. Apparently I missed a thing at the police station. Okay, good. So I can go back in. First floor, holding cells and morgue. I mean, we're on the first floor. Morgue is this way. Thank you. Directions. Holding area, and morgue is this way.
I've got to get
the
out of here.
cells,
There's a ghost right over there.
into the morgue.
Isn't a spiderweb tattoo usually a symbol for time spent in prison? Why would this tattoo have two spiders
There we
on
go.
the web?
Let's prepare you for that, for seeing your own corpse. It never felt so much like an empty shell until now. God, I look like a criminal. Well, alright, let's see. Info about my killer. News article 1. Warning poster. Douglas personal info. Police progress. Personal info. Police progress for Nelson. Grace personal info. Grace police progress. Soderbergh info progress. Map of killings. Missing persons. Witness description of clothing. Suspect released. Killer's profile. Spray painted graffiti. Tabloid article 1, 2. News article 5 and 6. Tabloid article 3. That's weird that they're not all kept together, but I will appreciate whoever made this list that they kept them in the order that they are in the game. Douglas cause of death. Douglas family photo. Nelson cause of death. Nelson family photo. Grace cause of death. Publicity photo. Soderbergh family. Chalk bell symbol. Baxter's official comment. News article 2, 3, and 4. Witness view of eyes. Witness trauma. Okay, and then the rest is all in the judgment house. Okay, so we're caught up on those. That's good. Julia's thoughts. Lillian and Lillian. Okay. Also, I'm not sure. That must be in the apartments because it just says third floor hallway, which is not very useful. Anyway, meeting Ronan's parents, his fedora, second time, can't stop loving him. Oh, sanctuary, church rectory. Okay, well, we're going to be heading back to the church next part, so we can pick that up then. Plain clothes. Ronan gets his badge. Trouble with the law. Visit to the station. Cheated death. Roses. Justice. Ronan became a cop. Rex on Ronan's record. Smokin' Ronan. Reckless Ronan. Stroll through the graveyard. Hospital support. Seeking advice from Rex. Ronan meets Rex. Museum date. Dollar tattoo. Car tattoo. Day we met. Harassed by Baxter. Salem feels dangerous. Ronan pops a question. Our little town. Ronan's childhood. Ronan's teens. Family of 3, escorted by a knight. Day at the beach. Okay, so there's one in the church, and then the last 4 are all at the judgment house. Got that, got that, got that. Profiler's memories. Ah, well, at least there's only 6 of these ones. Joy's safety, killer's motives, fear, killer's... Okay, well, you know what? There's one at the judgment house. We're good. Ghost Girl's messages. Let me just scroll down to the bottom. Oh, nope. Apparently we may have actually missed... Oh, wait. Cemetery, silent... Oh, no, they got that. We should have got that one. Oh, alright. Well, let's see. Gallows... Oh, whoops. Coffins, dunking chairs, staircase is what we're missing. Church rectory, 2nd floor. So once again, we'll worry about that then. Oh, right, the eternal flame thing. Salem's history. Okay, well, once again, let me just scroll to the bottom. 3 at the judgment house, 3 missing. Witch trials history, judgment house. Okay. So then the only thing that we're missing then is the ghost story, the eternal flame. So let's see where that one is. Let's see. Come on.
He got his own tattoo wrong.
It's just a tattoo. That's all.
Okay, we'll worry about that next part then. Because it looks like it's on the way to the Judgment House. So we'll grab that as we go. So then we're actually all caught up. We got a couple things to grab in the... I guess that was pretty much that was all that we were missing, really. I mean... We missed a couple things in the church, which we'll grab when we go back. Maybe they weren't even there. I don't remember if shit like pops up while you're playing or not. But yeah, we'll grab those when we go back, and then we should be able to grab the Eternal Flame. And yeah, obviously this should be coming out on Wednesday because we did not hit an hour on it. So let's just finish it this week. So thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you next time for the finale.